What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Leo coming to you guys with yet another video. So SummerSlam is this Saturday, and I will be giving you guys my predictions for that card. So far, there are only 8 matches confirmed. Well, there's 9 matches. The ninth match is kind of up in the air right now, so I'll get to that when I get to the predictions and stuff like that. But as far as I'm looking for right now, is there's 8 matches, but there is a possibility that the ninth one will get sorted out within the next 48 hours and stuff like that. But I will get to that match when I get to it. If there's any more other matches that get confirmed, I will do like an updated video so you guys can get my predictions for that as well. So I'm not gonna waste your time. I'm gonna get into the first match, and that's Logan Paul versus The Miz. This kind of feud, it hasn't really been doing it for. It's kind of like a hit or miss type of situation. I know they've been trying to make Logan Paul the face, the baby face of this feud, but it's really not working because the fans are really not buying him as a baby face. Like he's just a natural heel, and that's nothing wrong with that. I mean, some people are just better off as being heels, and I feel like he's fits into that category very, very well. So I don't. I'm not really feeling him as a face. I feel like he should just be better off as a heel. But in this match, I'm gonna go with Logan Paul to win over the Miz, just for the simple fact that the Miz kind of turned on him at WrestleMania. He hasn't really been able to get his hands on the Miz since. So now that he's signed a new WWE contract and now having this match with the Miz at SummerSlam, maybe he finally gets his hands on the Miz in that feud. Move on to whatever's next for Logan Paul and the Miz and get this feud over with. But that's my prediction: Logan Paul to pick up the win. The next match is Pat McAfee versus Happy Corbin, and I love not Happy Corbin, but I love Pat McAfee. He's definitely entertaining, whether if he's on commentary or even in the ring. If you haven't seen his match with Austin Theory, he really put up a great match, and I definitely am very excited to see what he does with Happy Corbin here. Happy Corbin is just one of those wrestlers, like he's very safe in the ring. He can help you with different stuff. So I feel like he's more of like a utility type of player. He's kind of leaning into that role, if I'm being honest. But you never know how this match is gonna play out. I wish it had a stipulation since they've been going back and forth with it. And then this feud, it kind of has a story to it because both of them have NFL backgrounds and both of them be on the same team. So I don't know if you want to play that into a story or whatnot. But my prediction for this match, I'm gonna have Pat McAfee defeat Happy Corbin. I don't see any reason why Happy Corbin should win here. Um, so I'm just going to Pat McAfee to win over Happy Corbin. The next match for the Raw Women's Championship match, Bianca Belair defending her championship against Becky Lynch. 1 year ago, Becky Lynch returned and defeated Bianca Belair to win the championship in 26 seconds, I believe. And since then, it kind of sent, I wouldn't say sent Bianca Belair into a spiral, but it kind of get put her in like a redemption story to get back to the championship, and she got that at WrestleMania. But now 1 year later, she can finally close that story up with Becky Lynch by having her defeat Becky Lynch at SummerSlam, where it all started. So I do have Bianca Belair retaining the Raw Women's Championship. I wouldn't. I mean, Becky Lynch, she's one of my favorite wrestlers, but I don't see as a reason why she should win right now. Maybe in the draft she goes to just SmackDown or something like that. Maybe have her feud with Ronda Rousey. I don't know. But my prediction is Bianca Belair to retain the Raw Women's Championship. The next match is the Mysterios versus the Judgment Day. Now, this past Monday on Raw, the Mysterios, well, Rey Mysterio specifically, celebrated 20 years with the WWE, and then they had a match with the Judgment Day, which they won. The Judgment Day lost. The Mysterios got the win over Judgment Day, and Rhea Ripley returned, and they laid out Rey Mysterio. So now you have them face in a no disqualification match at SummerSlam. Maybe that's maybe a reason to have Edge come back and cost Judgment Day to win. But I don't know. I don't know. Just in case they don't do that, I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm just saying if there's a possibility it doesn't happen. I mean, here's another thing you could do. You can have simply Dominic turn heel on Rey Mysterio and then join Judgment Day. Now I know a lot of people saying maybe he shouldn't do that. I mean, they've been kind of teasing it for so long. I don't know if why would you tease something for so long if it's not gonna happen. You're gonna have to do it at some point. So I feel like right now is a good time to do it. I'm glad they kind of didn't do it on Raw because it kind of would have just it wouldn't feel the same. So I kind of feel like they kind of at least let Ray have his moment there and then have him turn at SummerSlam. So I'm gonna have Judgment Day pick up the win here. So in the next match, and this is one of the ones I'm gonna talk about, and this match has kind of been up in the air, and that's Seth Rollins versus Riddle. This match was supposed to take place, but Riddle suffered a stinger, I believe. I think that's what they call it, um, on Raw. So he's kind of medically disqualified to compete against Seth. So I don't know if you have Seth be on the show and maybe have an open challenge. If he does, that's gonna open some doors because I mean, I've been seeing the reports and the rumors of who his opponent could be, his surprise opponent could be. I've been seeing people like The Fiend. I've been seeing people like Johnny Gargano, just to name a few. I've been seeing two of those names are possibly. I mean, here's another one: L.A. Knight or even Edge. Any one of those four people can really step up and be in that role. So I mean, there's different ways you can play it here. I mean, with Triple H running, I mean, I would say Johnny Gargano has the best bet to possibly be the surprise opponent since he's Triple H's guy. He's always been a kind of a Triple H guy. He was kind of scared to go to the main roster if Triple H wasn't running things. But with Triple H running things, I mean, that's a good time to bring him in. So I mean, if he comes, I mean, that's gonna be a great moment and a pop of the night for sure. So let's cross our fingers and hope it happens. But in the next match is for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. We have the Usos defending the titles against the Street Profits with a special guest referee, Jeff Jarrett. So, it's more of one of these situations where it can go either way because Street Profits kind of been on the losing side of things. It seems, well, I wouldn't say that. It seems like the Usos win when the titles are online, but when they don't, they lose. It's kind of one of those situations. So I don't know if you want to have the Usos retain here, just get the bloodline strong, and then maybe, or even if you want to pull a swerve and have the Street Profits win as a shock to start planting seeds for a possible bloodline breakup at some point. So I don't know if you want to start that now or maybe uh, early next year and lead up to WrestleMania. I don't know what you want to do with that. We'll see. Only time will tell. But I'm gonna have the Street Profits, no, not Street Profits, but the Usos to retain here. I will love to see the Street Profits win, but I know they've been kind of teasing them breaking up. I don't know if you want to hold off on that until like maybe lead up to WrestleMania and then have them go at it at WrestleMania or something like that. Who knows? We'll see. But I wish they could have won, but I don't think it's gonna happen here. So I'm gonna have the Usos to retain the title. And the next match for the United States Championship, Bobby Lashley versus Austin Theory. Here's my thing. So I'm gonna have Bobby Lashley retain. Here's why. Austin Theory hasn't really been focused solely on Bobby Lashley. He hasn't really been focused on the U.S. Championship. He's been mainly focused on the Brock Lesnar and the Roman Reigns match and how he's gonna cash in. Been teasing it for weeks. He hasn't really been consistent with going in his pursuit for the U.S. Championship, so it wouldn't make any sense for him to win here. So I'm gonna have Bobby Lashley to retain the United States Championship. In the next match for the SmackDown Women's Championship, you have Liv Morgan. Yes, Liv Morgan is the SmackDown Women's Champion defending against Ronda Rousey. So if you don't remember at Money in the Bank, Liv Morgan won the briefcase and she cashed in on Ronda Rousey after she had her match with Natalya, and now she is SmackDown Women's Champion. But she's going into this match as the underdog, and she's made it very clear she doesn't mind being the underdog, and she's definitely is saying that she doesn't care if she's not at the best of odds. She's still gonna try to figure out some way somehow to pull out a win over Ronda Rousey. And I'm telling you guys this right now, if she can beat Ronda Rousey, this would definitely put her in a different stratosphere. This would definitely propel her up and maybe make her like a mainstay in the SmackDown title picture. Maybe put her in the main event. This might make sure she's a certified main eventer going forward, even after she loses the title. So this is one of those make or break situations here. So I know there's been some rumors that maybe Charlotte comes back, causes Ronda Rousey, leaving the door open for basically Liv Morgan to pick up the win over Ronda. So and there have been speculations that Bayley might return because but for me personally, I feel like Bayley, if she was to come back, it would make more sense for her to face Bianca because they had a feud going, but they didn't get to finish that feud. So maybe it would make sense for her to be over on Raw to finish that feud. If that's me, if I'm speculating things, if I'm running things, but you never know with WWE. And there's other rumors that, with Triple H running things, that he could possibly bring Sasha Banks back into the fold and bring Naomi back into the fold. So, those are different things to look out for. Those are different returns you can possibly look out for. So, be on the lookout for all those things happening there. So, but I do have Liv Morgan walking out of SummerSlam still the SmackDown Women's Champion. And in the main event, what I'm pretty sure is going to be the main event, the undisputed WWE Championship match. And that's Roman Reigns defending the WWE Championship and the Universal Championship against Brock Lesnar in a last man standing match. And I do have Roman Reigns retaining the championship. We might get to see Austin Theory try to cash in. Maybe he does cash in and he fails unsuccessfully, just to let people know that, hey, this is a new era. And basically, Austin Theory is not going to be running things. Austin Theory is he's gonna have to work his way back up. He's no longer Vince's guy anymore. He's gonna have to really show what he can really do now that Vince is not really holding his hand for the most part. But we'll have to see how all this plays out. But those are my predictions for SummerSlam. You guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel. If you're new, hit the post notification bell so that every time I post a new video. We're on the road to 350 subscribers. Also, comment down below your predictions for SummerSlam. I would love to hear what you guys have to predict for SummerSlam. Maybe even some of your fantasy booking ideas over what can happen in some of these matches. I would love to hear all those in the comment section down below. 2 likes on this video, and I'll do more videos just like this one. I'll see you guys in the next one.